Hey everyone, I was prowling around over here on Space Obs, seeing what Mr. Elenin has said regarding the comet Elenin. I found kind of an interesting statement. I don't know if y'all been over here checking on him or not, but Bruno Almeida, this would be a week ago, asked Mr. Elenin about this image. And it's an image that a lot of us have seen. And I think a lot of us and others have mentioned that it looked like maybe something following Elenin. Maybe under intelligent control. Maybe spaceships or something. So let's take a look at what Leonid replied when he got asked that. He laughed out loud and said, "This is a result of track and stack technique. Standard for astronomers, just Google it." So let's look at what we've looked at, and he now says is stack and track technique and is nothing. So he is laughing at us, and he is telling us these images are nothing. So here's the comet, and then these deals following it that we always reckoned could be something else. Now we're being laughed at by Leonid Elenin himself, who now says this is something called stack and track technique. I wanted to bring that to everyone's attention, because if it is, we need to get much more in depth into stack and track technique and find out if he's lying to us or not, because it sure does look odd. Next, the earthquake situation for today has lessened for now. However, my friend in Australia, sorry, you got a 4.1. That's not real big. I wish you hadn't got anything, stayed out of the action, but you sure are close to where everything is pounding right around you over here. Oh, I'm praying for you. You've been kicking that football over there, and I bet you have, having lots of fun. That's good for you. There's a few little other areas, not too great a magnitude. You know, we can see Chile had a 4.9 on the 17th and a 4.5 in northern Peru. The U.S. Pretty quiet, other than the 3.1 in northern California. We have right down here a 4.6 on September the 18th in the Mozambique Channel. Other than those, we have a small 4.6 on the 17th in southern Iran. It's been a fairly, how shall I say, restful day in the world, after it's been throbbing so harshly for the last day or two. This, you remember this? The UFO or whatever it was a few days ago over Arizona, and this article was dated September the 12th. Roger Marsh, the UFO Examiner. I just saw on television a few minutes ago. I'm getting ready to search for articles on it, but I made a call, and I'm already a little bit more ahead. California claims that they saw something too, and I wasn't aware of that. And they're kind of wondering if it's not the same thing that Arizona saw, and that's why I put this up. But I have relatives that live in Glendora, And that's what caught my ear whenever they were talking about the locations of the witnesses. And whenever they said Glendora, well, I went ahead and called, and although they did not see it themselves personally, they are verifying that, you know, tons of people in at least their town in Glendora are reported having witnessed some kind of whatever it was in their sky. So I wanted to let everyone know, if you hadn't heard that, California's reporting something really strange too that might be related to the Arizona sighting a few days ago. I'm going to go back here to Leonid. Now he has moved on, apparently, pretty well from what I can see, because the perihelion is past, and he just kind of left everything behind. And so the base of the questions are kind of veering away somewhat. Right now they're talking about 96p and deflecting that, and not to worry about it or anything. Now, as far as Elenin goes, there's still varying reports on what is and what isn't. You hear it's disintegrating, and these dates are going to come and go, and nothing's going to happen, and that it's vaporizing. You know, they did a test and found no water, which are saying means it's disintegrating. Now, there was a question on here where someone asked about the dates. I don't know if I can find it right now, going real quick. But they asked about the 26th, 27th, you know, the dates that we're looking at. And he said nothing's going to happen. Well, somewhere in there is that question of where he says not to worry about the dates, that nothing's going to happen, that the comet is already disintegrated and never was a threat, and never would have been even if it had held together. So we're getting ready to find out. We don't have a whole lot of days left before these things start to coming. Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we've got the timeline a little ahead of schedule, possibly, and that maybe he'll be right and nothing will happen. But we've got other issues on the table too, besides what that's going to bring or not to bring. So it'll be a test, surely, to find out some of the truths of what this thing is really bringing on them days or not. So y'all be strong. You know, be looking out as much as you can. Just play it safe and prepare as much as you can, if you can. And I hope that you can do something. If you can't, just do whatever you can when and if anything occurs. Football tomorrow, for all those you like football. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Anything else comes up, I'll certainly come back on quickly and let you know. You're all my friends. I hold you dear. I pray for your safety. I pray that God blesses you, showers you with His love, and cloaks you with His strength and protection. Until next time, bye.